Let's bring in RNC co-chair KC Crosbie. KC, thanks for being here. What are you hearing from your sources on the ground in real time about the state of these races?
We feel good. I've been on the ground. I've been in Virginia. I was on the bus with Jack Ciattarelli yesterday in New Jersey, and we feel great about our candidates. As President Trump said last night, we have great candidates and we have a deep bench in the Republican Party. Let's focus on New Jersey to start. Has there been enough early voting in the suburbs to ultimately counter what is expected to be a pretty big turnout for Mikey Sherrill in the cities? So, yeah, we're really pleased with where we are with our early voting. I mean, Jack has kept it very close and tight in comparison to 2021, and we're really happy going into Election Day where we stand with the early voting. And, of course, Republicans, you know, some of them still have not embraced early voting, and we know we'll have big turnouts on Election Day. Is that Republican voter that turned out for Trump because Trump was in the race last year, going to show up for Jack in an off-year election? Yeah, we've been watching the trends, and we're seeing a lot of the same low-propensity voters get out and vote early. So, yeah, they hear our message, and and certainly the other side, it's not resonating with the people of New Jersey. And Jack's just a phenomenal candidate, and he's going to be a great governor of New Jersey. Let's quickly go to New York City. We have seen the polls tighten, but realistically, does Andrew Cuomo have a shot tomorrow of beating Zohran Mamdani? You know, you can never predict what's going to happen on Election Day, and a lot of the energy you see with Mamdani certainly comes from people who have to get out and vote, and they're going to have to decide whether or not they want a communist leading New York City. You know, the polls certainly indicate that Mamdani might win this and win it pretty big, but we'll see what happens. You know, anything can happen on Election Day. You were also on the ground in Virginia. The polls indicate Abigail Spanberger is likely to win if you listen to the polls, but you say not so fast. Why? Not so fast. I mean, the polls are all over the place, and we've seen some where it's been within 4, 3, 2 with Winsome Sears. She's a phenomenal candidate, too. She has a great background. She's been a good partner to Governor Youngkin, and she's out working hard and would be a fantastic governor. What areas of Virginia does Winsome Earl Sears need to turn out in order to pull up the upset tomorrow? I was in Roanoke last week knocking doors, actually talking to voters, and we need areas like that to come out. These rural towns need to come out and come out hard for Winsome Sears. The biggest message I can say is everybody needs to get out and vote. You got to vote. We got to get our voters out. We do that, we win. Agreed. There is other news. We are one day away from the current government shutdown becoming time for the longest in history. Congratulations, America. But President Trump refuses to back down to the Democrats. Let's listen.
The Republicans are voting almost unanimously to end it, and the Democrats keep voting against ending it. You know, they've never had this. This has happened like 18 times before. The Democrats always voted for an extension, always saying, give us an extension, we'll work it out. They've lost their way. They become crazed lunatics.
You have helped end these government shutdowns in the past when they came about, and you did it by bringing.
I'm very good at it, but I'm not going to do it by. I'm not going to do it by extortion. I'm not going to do it by being extorted by the Democrats who have lost their way. There's something wrong with these people.
Sounds to me like your move, Democrats, because that does not sound like a president who is budging in any way, Casey. No, the Republican Party is unified under President Trump, and you saw every Republican voted for it. This is the Schumer shutdown. The Democrats own the shutdown. They've been using veterans, women, children as bargaining chips, and it's really unconscionable what they're doing to the American people. KC Crosbie literally off the campaign bus in Jersey yesterday into our studio bright and early here. 5 o'clock in the morning. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.